So, some pretty good movie news. The last Western I did, Six Reasons Why, is now video on demand for people who are Rogers Digital subscribers in Canada. So, Rogers On Demand, hit that channel. You can find Six Reasons Why without even having to go to the video store. How's that? So that's pretty exciting. And, for the last few years, my brother and I have been watching stuff on that station. So it's so cool to take a look at our movie sitting there, video on demand. Pretty cool. Beyond that, for the next movie, we've been doing some location scouting. There's a Western studio and backlot in Alberta that we're looking at, and we just heard back from them with a price tag, quote, all that stuff, and it looks like we're going to be able to rent an entire Western town for 3 weeks for less than $100,000, which, if we were thinking for Six Reasons Why, it would be absurd. But for Roll the Hard Six, which is a $1 million movie, that's great. $100,000, we've got our location, and we'll be able to live there, stay there, do everything we want in that one spot, and essentially live like a bunch of people in a Western town. That's fun. So that's going well. Got a call from Peter Kent, who's a journalist, broadcaster kind of guy, who's turned to politics now that he's decided to take a bit less of the "this is how the world is" to approach, and now he's going with "this is how the world could be" approach. And so he's running for the Conservative Party in Canada, which is not quite on the area of the Republican Party, but because we have a Liberal Party, everyone looks at them as a slightly right-wing, well, as a right-wing party, but we're still a socialist country up here, ultimately, so how bad could they be? I've been voting Conservative recently. This should open up a can of worms for anyone who knows about the arts cuts that the Conservatives have been throwing out there. But you know what? Adam McGowan doesn't need my money. Doesn't need yours. Anyway, beyond that, so I've got some stuff that I'm going to be doing for him. I shot some stuff for him previously, and I'm just going to basically put it together for him. I've also got Into the Heart, which is YouTube's basically biggest fan fest in the world. Independently run. Bono loves what they do, but isn't actually a part of the organization. I shot some stuff for them last year, and every year they put $3,000 towards building wells in Africa, and they're just the right kind of place to help out at. So I'm editing some of their stuff from last year into a promo for this year, which should be a lot of fun. I think Elevation and Code Revival will be playing. They're basically the headlining acts for this particular show. Great YouTube cover bands, both of them. Elevation is like the #1 in the world, and Code Revival is a rock band that just happens to love U2, which, that makes sense. So I'm really looking forward to cutting that together, and on top of that, the Kimberly Seldon shoot that we were going to do tomorrow has been postponed to later in the month, which means Jeff and I get together and roll the Hard Six tomorrow.